Welcome guys, I'm Ahmad Cochran, an upcoming freshman currently a part of Miss Weiser's Ward 110 class. I'm going to be talking to you about the William T. Young Library, located in Central Campus. This massive building is 5 stories tall, including a basement also known as the Hub. Some brief history of the building is that it began to be constructed on December 6, 1994 and was finished in the spring of 1998. It was funded by one of our own engineering alumni, William T. Young, who funded $5 million to start a campaign that exceeded a total of $22 million in effort to build the library according to UK's website, Quick Facts University of Kentucky Libraries. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have been in a library plenty of times. If not, you'll be fascinated on what the library actually consists of and what it offers. For the people that visited before, let me inform you on a quick fact. Did you know the first floor and inner basement wall in it consists of tile that contains old marine fossils? Yes, I know. I walked through the same library as you did and never noticed the uniqueness of the floor. And if it did catch your eye, I bet you would never guess that it was actual marine fossils, at least according to Fossils at William T. Young Library. Sorry if I bored you. That was something I found extremely interesting. Anyways, back to the important part. I'm here to give you reason that the library does a fantastic job on providing the tools to succeed in college. I'm here to inform you also on how to use these resources to your advantage. I'll be informing you on the important resources of the library, starting with the 5th floor and working my way all the way down to the basement. Starting with the 5th floor, you'll find it to be the most quiet part of the building. The higher you go up, the quieter it gets. Don't believe me? Listen. Told you. Going down, you have your 4th and 3rd floor, which are pretty much floors covered with all the book resources you need. There are periodicals, newspaper articles, government documents, novels, journals, and the list continues. Now, the 2nd floor is one of the main hangout or working areas. This library is awesome enough to provide us with many whiteboards. Many might say, what's the big deal about having a library giving you whiteboards? Well, for one, can you think of any other library that offers whiteboards for public use? Think about it. I'll wait. Exactly. But why is this important? This brings me back to my main argument that this library provides us UK students the tools needed to succeed and takes a further step by not being the traditional library. Now, even you would have to agree. Most libraries have your ordinary bookshelves, some tables set out for you to study, and maybe a few computers set out for you to print or do some work. Oh, and let's not forget about the 2 or 3 comfortable chairs just sat in the middle of the library for you to read those fantastic magazines they have set out for you. Just visualize it. Not a good sight, right? This is why these little unnecessary things set the William T. Young Library away from the others. I mean, this area was given for us to gather with our classmates and discuss or debate with one another to either study or get work done. The placement of the whiteboards is essential too, because who would feel comfortable having their discussion out where everyone in the library can hear their conversations? This designated place is located in a set-aside place in the library where you can feel comfortable to freely discuss anything without the concerns of having you disturbing anyone's peace. According to How to Make Your Library Great, a library's role is to be the glue that holds the community together. And that's exactly what this library does. It's providing us the comfort to be able to cooperate with one another in a safe environment. Moving down to the 1st floor, you have your circulation desk. This is your main desk center where you return books or ask any question that you have on where to find stuff, or for that matter, anything. They have an answer for literally everything and are eager to help you in any way possible. So who here likes Starbucks? Imagine that grande vanilla bean frappuccino with a delicious whipped cream on top. And maybe to top it off, put a little drizzle of some of that mouth-watering, succulent, tasting, mind-blowing, creamy, light brown caramel sauce all over the whipped cream. Can you taste it? Of course you can. But you can actually go get one yourself with the convenience of Starbucks being on the 1st floor right where you walk in. Now that I got your attention, and I know that you're all awake, let's go down to the basement, one of mine and most people's favorite floor. The Hub. This is where you will find the 4 pillars of success. What I mean is that there are 4 different programs located in the Hub that a successful student will want to visit throughout their 4 years of being in college. First, you have the Presentation U program. This program is built for you just to practice oral speeches or work with any type of presentations. They can work with you from the start of your speech all the way up to the finish, or help you take ideas that you might have and form them into a masterpiece. There's even cameras in the room that you can use to film yourself to look back on for improvement. But what if you needed help on writing the foundation of the speech? Well, you have the convenience of that located across the hall. That place is known as the Writing Center. Here to talk to us about the Writing Center is the director.
Judy Gatton Pratt.
So my first question would be, how did you get into the position as being the director of the Writing Center?
Oh gosh, that's a long story, but okay. So I was the acting director back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I was also one of the graduate students who helped start it way back.
Okay.
Like 1983, way back.
Okay.
So this has always been like my home away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2011, I was asked to be the director based on my experience and my enthusiasm for the Writing Center.
Okay. So besides the obvious reasons, so how would, getting feedback from the red pen feedback from a professor differentiate from coming to the Writing Center?
Okay, very good question. We will never use the red pen on the paper, right? So we don't write on the paper. We try to help the student ask the right kinds of questions based on perhaps peer feedback, professor feedback, or even getting started. Just looking at the assignment and saying, what do you need to do? So we're really trying to help figure out at whatever point the student is, how do we go forward, right? Efficiently, effectively, fulfill the assignment requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to help them understand something and then give them the tools, the strategies, show options of how to get there.
Okay.
Right?
That's fine.
So we encourage them to read the assignment carefully.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that students blow, they just don't do that. Or to read the comments on papers. Usually there are too many comments, and that's what sort of stops students from reading them.
Mm-hmm.
But we do try to interpret it and say, okay, so this means that this section of your paper needs more evidence, for instance. So where could we find that evidence to help strengthen this part of your paper? So we're always trying to help them succeed in the assignment. We're not judging. We're not slashing and burning the paper. We're trying to build them up and help them build the skills that they need to succeed with that paper, with that course as a writer overall.
What are the requirements for someone looking to be a part of your team and helping other students?
Well, for undergraduates have to take a class, Word 324, which is offered only in the spring, right? So they have to have an interest primarily in helping people, right? So how can they help people? Not, I'm a good writer, first and foremost. I want to help people with writing. I want to help students feel better about writing and feel good and comfortable here. So empathy, right? So they have to have that kind of empathy. So I do talk to them and see where they are and what they're looking for in this kind of job. So it's not just a job.
Right.
It really is a special position, and it takes a special kind of person. Plus, you have to be flexible enough and communicate well with people yourself. So it can't just be an introverted writer. It has to be a person who's good at communicating, talking, and making other people feel comfortable. So that's who I'm looking for in the Writing Center. And we can train them in all the ways that we help students become better writers. Not to do it for them, right?
Right.
Not to co-opt the writing, but to really bring it out of the student. So that's what we spend our training time on. The graduate students are assigned here from English and linguistics. They also have just this either innate or developed sense of how important writing is and how important it is to help other people become writers. Yeah.
So that's good that you don't have like a set requirement. You get to know the person and see which best fits your program rather than saying, you know what, they have to have a 3.5 or above and they're pretty much in, because a lot
There's
of
no
times.
correlation.
Exactly.
No.
Because a lot of times that will probably like send people to get here and then they don't know how to, communicate with other people, and that would be a whole mess. So I like that
They have to want to do it. They have
Exactly.
to want to communicate with other people.
and I like that about your program.
Yeah.
So what would be the process of getting signed up for help?
Okay, so everybody needs to go to uky.mywconline.com. But if you just look up Writing Center on the UK website, it'll take you to the uky.mywconline.com. It'll take you to the registration window. It'll say click here, first time, click here, register. You'll need your UK ID. You'll need your UKY email. Sign up. You can get sign up for text message notifications for your upcoming appointment or any information we're going to send to you. And that's it. It takes less than a minute, and then you can also add the schedule to your home screen on your phone. That's the best thing in the world to do. So if you're logging on your phone, and then you say stay logged in, and then find your whatever mechanism to add it to your home screen. If you stayed logged in, you never have to log in again, and you never have to find the website again. And you open your phone, and you'll see what's available on the schedule, and you can make appointments from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's easy. You can have it at your fingertips. You can schedule, cancel, and change appointments. We do e-tutoring as well as face-to-face. So students can find out about how that works. My email is on the website. They can email me at any time. So we're friendly, and we try to get out a lot of information. And I hope students will hear about us from their class instructors. That's mainly how they hear about us, and find out how to do all the things that I just said.
Yeah. To leave off, how do you feel about all the resources this university has to offer?
I'm going to say this, that I think that UK offers so many resources. You have to try to fail.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's there for you, for students. So please, just get the word out. So if they would only use it, they would know how valuable it is. So, and they're free, really efficient, helpful, tried, and proven to be effective.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Judy. I appreciate you being here and sharing us with all the information on how to take advantage of these resources. All right, next, the third pillar, the tech support. Located in the same wing as the presentation U, here you can find people that know computers from the inside out and are ready to accept any problems you might have with your laptop or computer. They also have access to a lot of free downloads that you couldn't get anywhere else without paying. Two of the most common free downloads students tend to get are Word documents and Adobe. Yep, I said it. Free. Notice how everything is free? Get the pattern that's going on here. Moving on to our last wonderful pillar, which also might be the best one yet, the Media Depot. This program is located between Presentation U and the Writing Center. It's by far the most unique of all the other pillars. This place is where you can record music, make videos, make podcasts, practice PowerPoint presentations, or anything you can imagine. The equipment that's provided is fantastic. There's an actual green screen for you to make and edit cool videos. For people that like recording music as a hobby, there's a soundproof room that gives you the great audio quality that you have to pay hundreds of dollars to rent an hour for free. To conclude, while William T. Young Library does a great job providing students with the tools to succeed, it provides us unlimited access to visit with its very flexible schedule. It allows us to have many unique resources all in the convenience of one location. It provides multiple whiteboards for students to use to discuss educational problems to pursue their learning, as well as having a multimedia support that can range from software issues all the way up to making videos using a cool green screen. And let's not forget about the delicious Starbucks that's located on the first floor that's accompanied by a friendly service at the circulation desk. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you took something beneficial or resourceful out of my podcast, and hope to see you next time. Bye.